this is Crawford. I teach at Barberton Middle School. This year has been quite a year. And one thing that made our weeks go a little bit better was knowing that we were going to be able to have TomTod on Thursdays. They enjoyed probably the most was just being able to share their ideas. The warm-up activities were fun. We made it so that the kids were comfortable. I loved it because I got to see a side of my students that I don't get to see all the time. Something that really stood out to me during TomTod that I thought was excellent was having some of the community members come in and speak with the students. They were able to ask questions, get feedback, and then I also liked how TomTod incorporated some of the language arts into their program. The kids were learning about how to ask good questions and how to create good ideas, and that's things that we teach in class all the time anyways, but yet they got to see it in a different light. I'm very appreciative to TomTod for giving their time to our students here at Barberton, and I would highly recommend it to everyone. I'm sure my students would admit that they learned a lot and had a great time during TomTod. Would you all agree?
Yes. Hi, I'm Zach Marzulli, 7th grade social studies teacher here at Oakwood Middle School. Despite the challenges presented to us this year as a school, we were very excited to have TomTod to engage our students positively in the community and also give them kind of a light of hope with this pandemic that they can still make a difference with people and really take their learning to a next level with critical thinking and different social and behavior skills. So one of the big things we do here in 7th grade is with social skills that go into collaboration with people and learning how to problem solve and critically think and work together as a team. I think TomTod has really added to that. We've been able to see our students really grow as people as well as students. The idea of doing things a little bit more out of the box. There's no standardized testing that goes along with it. There's no exam, no studying, nothing like that. It's taking all the skills that they've learned and acquired as students and actually making a real difference rather than doing an assignment that seems meaningless to them. They were able to create the meaning, create the narrative, and create the product, and I think that's huge. And it just seems kids overall want to see improvements in their community and they want to be a part of that solution, knowing now that they have a voice to do that.
We were making a project called doorstep baskets. Have a basket and put lots of stuff in the baskets, and then we would share it with the elders in our community, and they got to open them, and they were really excited and happy about that. I learned to be more outspoken, I guess. Middle schoolers can change our community. They can make an idea and then make it happen, and a lot of middle schoolers want to go and show it to everybody.
So me and some friends, we did like an online bingo thing, and we kind of came together with another group that did a basket, and we were coming up with it because we saw that the senior citizens needed help. COVID has just wrecked a lot of plans and activities, and not a lot of people have been able to see their grandparents, so we wanted to brighten their day. Middle schoolers have a different perspective than adults, and that perspective can be really good.
We created the Play for All,
which was basically just something for all kids of all ability levels.
Many people get bullied from their ability levels, so we decided to create the Play for All where they can all come together and play with anything they want without having to worry about being talked about. It's good to care about other people other than yourself.
All people deserve a chance. Middle schoolers are awesome because we have really cool and unique ideas that can change the world.
Our idea is to make an esports team where students can join a club where they can play video games and not be alone at their houses. They can make new friends.
Our idea is important because due to COVID, kids haven't been able to get out and socialize.
And we make a tournament, and it went really good. That was trying to make it a club for next year.
My favorite part was we're able to see it actually happen here at Oakwood instead of it just being an idea.
Middle schools are awesome because they would never give up on an idea they want, and they really want to make it possible.
So for Stark Tank, we wanted to create a place where the people in our community could come together and artists could share their art and gardeners could garden and everyone just could come together and share what they love. I think empathy played a really big role in everything as a part of TomTod because you kind of had to think about how your ideas would be affecting other people.
My favorite thing was probably just being able to talk with my friends but shooting out ideas to create something bigger than ourselves.
I've always kind of felt like the ideas of adolescents and young teenagers, that our ideas aren't very appreciated and they're just dismissed. But with Shark Tank and What If 101, I finally felt like my ideas were being heard.
Middle schoolers are awesome because it's like you're at the age where you can be taken more seriously, but you're not old enough to have these huge responsibilities like a job and stuff.
Middle schoolers' ideas matter because middle schoolers still have that creativity in their minds and still have that emotional vulnerability that they can put themselves out there into the world and inspire other people.
I attended the TomTod online summer camp.
I attended Camp What If Virtual, and I enjoyed making friends and learning the meaning of teamwork. We also learned the meaning of perseverance and how to keep on going even while times are hard.
I learned that with a good mindset and effort, you can do anything you need.
Middle schoolers are awesome because we're role models.
My favorite parts of camp were coming up with ideas that could change my community. The biggest takeaway I had from camp is that you do not have to have a fully developed brain to change your community. And finally, middle schoolers are awesome because we have the brains and the imagination to change our community.
Middle schoolers are awesome because we just exist. Yeah.